happen. I went to University of Nigeria in Nsukka, so I know the problems of Enugu State very well. One of the major problems of Enugu State, even down to the Enugu metropolis, is the issue of water. In 24 years of democracy, water in Enugu State has come to look like a sort of nuclear physics, rocket science. People still, I had a house in Transekulu, an apartment in Transekulu. I bought water every day for 4 years of my stay in Enugu. Even in UNN, I know that water is an issue in Nsukka as well. So how would you handle the water problem of Enugu State? It's lasted at least 2 decades plus. What are your ideas? Jimmy, you can take it after he's done with this one.
Even when I was in the state executive council in the administration of the current governor, I had said clearly that Enugu needs to decentralize the source of water supply. Enugu is fixated on only one pipe or 2 pipes or 3 pipes, whatever, taking water from Ajali, more than 15 or 20 kilometers from the town, drawing water from Ajali to Enugu is something that was okay when Enugu was just a small settlement around the GRA and the coal camp area. One single source of water supply for Enugu, pipes from Ajali, is no longer enough. The Edeoga approach, the Edeoga solution is initially to decentralize the sources of water supply. Enugu is blessed with internal rivers. Enugu Urban is blessed with lakes. There's Nike Lake, there's Opiagu Lake, and there are several rivers even within Enugu. Even within Enugu, there are several bodies of waters that are perennial, they are perpetual, they run all around the year, even in dry season. The Edeoga solution proposes to take waters from those rivers, treat them, and supply different communities that are adjacent or next or nearby or contiguous to those bodies of waters. In that case, you have, for instance, the Ekulu River becomes a source of water supply, pipe-borne water supply to the towns or communities that are adjacent to Ekulu River. What I'm proposing is not new, is not novel. It's based on what I noticed as a young boy growing up in Ehamufu, where there's a big river ringing our town. And the white men who built the railway quarters in Ehamufu tapped water from the river, treated the water at the riverside, and then piped it about 2 or 3 kilometers away to a big overhead tank from where it was reticulated to serve railway quarters. Enugu has the problem that beneath the soil, there's an enormous amount of coal. The entire Enugu city is layered by coal. So you cannot access water if you do boreholes, but you can access water because there are rivers that are around. So I'm going to decentralize. I'm going to de-emphasize Ajali as a source of water supply to Enugu. I'm going to use the nearby bodies of water, the lakes, the rivers, the other springs are abound. Number 2 solution is the one I will do short term. This one I'm proposing is long term. The short term one is to capture. There are several springs also within Enugu and around Enugu, even in Independence Layout, close to where there's NDLE office. There's a spring. Somewhere in Nike, around the timber shade in Enugu, there's also a body of water, a spring. Somewhere on the road to Neke, Enugu to Neke, just about 5 kilometers, there's a spring. So we propose to capture, to ring fence those places and make sure that water is harvested with the use of solar, not diesel again. These waters can run 24/7. We ring fence them, create access to those places, and put water corporation staff there, and to make sure that these waters are given out to vendors free of charge. What operates from the vendors in Enugu buy water for 30,000 from the 9th mile area, because there's a body of water that is neat and fine. That is why Coca-Cola, MBL, all those other mineral drinks are located in 9th Mile. We can access water from 9th Mile. 9th Mile is one of the only places you can access water from using borehole system. But there are other places around Enugu that cannot access water using borehole system. So the point is to ring fence those places and make those waters available free of charge to people of Enugu State, because the cost of delivering it will be minimal. Instead of using diesel, we are going to use solar to operate them, and then the government, the people who are there, will be paid by the government. So if on the first initially we are going to have these waters given to vendors free of charge, what it does is immediately bring down the cost of tankers of water from 30 to 40, or from 50,000, which is what obtains now, to FOC. If you buy it free of charge, if you get it free of charge, then I'm sure that the prices will go down, maybe to 3 or 4 or 5,000 naira. That is the first step. The second step is to begin to decentralize the water supply system. Use the rivers, use the lakes, use the springs as a source of water supply to adjacent communities, to nearby communities. Thank you, sir.